Hello. Welcome to. I hate this computer. My phone is not. Is all kind of. Sorry about it if you're getting dizzy off of this. My phone is kind of crazy. Is it still cockeyed? Eek. Okay. Good enough. Hello. This is Cindy from Freeze Babies Fiber Frolic. Welcome to my live coffee and conversation podcast. I guess this is number 12. Um, if you're new to here, I'm on Ravelry as Cindy Lou Who For You, and on Instagram I'm Freeze Baby. We have a Ravelry group. Hello, Jaja. Welcome. It's good to see you. And I was just introducing myself. I'm Cindy, and this is Freeze Baby's Fiber Frolic. We have a few new subscribers this week. I wanted to welcome them and then also say hi to all my existing subscribers. This is my mostly weekly Monday Night Live podcast. And we just pretty much just chat, knit, crochet, any other yarny goodness. Sometimes I'll throw in some sewing, but for the most part it's crochet and knitting. I just kind of give my friends an opportunity to come and check in with me. So I hope everybody's having a good Monday. Hello, Karen from KB Fibers. It's good to see you. I'm a little bit flabbergasted today, or out of sorts, but I was hurrying to Kitchener my sock so I could show it. So I actually have a finished object today. Oh, cool! You're doing a stash basket. Oh, cool! I'll have to see that on your podcast on Thursday. Jaja is here too, so that's great. I'm expecting a few other people should show up shortly. I'm glad you could join me. I'm gonna do a little update on a couple of things. I've actually finished my socks. Let me see where I put them. Here they are. These were from my sister. They were supposed to be for her 50th anniversary, which was back in April 28th. But I finally got them done now. I gave her something else, and I gave her husband's socks on time. But here they are. They're very colorful. These are the Jemima socks from Kay. What's her last name? Now I can't remember. Well, it's Kay from the Bakery Bears. Kay Davis, I guess, from the Bakery Bears. She had a sock club for 3 months based on Beatrice Potter characters. So this is the ones I did, the Jemimas. I used her pattern. I followed it exactly. She does the same kind of a heel flap I like to use. It's more of like a square heel flap. I also do the eye of a partridge, which is similar. And then she used what's called an umbrella toe, which is kind of worked in around. And I usually do a little bit different one, but it was great. And I love the yarn I use. This is Tafootsies. I don't remember what the colorway is. And then I use some scraps of some of my other sock yarns. I think this is Corfu Blue from Olive and Tuyu, and I believe this one is from Cherry Pearls, or oh no, Tiny Button Stitch Studios. Anyhow, that's my finished object. Oh, hi. Ooh, I can't remember what your name is because I know you. I'm just started following you, but it's nice to see you. Yay! I'm glad to see some new people. I was just showing my finished socks. I also have kind of a continuation of a finished object for the month of January. Oh, hi, Amber. Great. Nice to see you and welcome. I'm working on Seta's calendar knit along, and what I did was for January, I did the what do you call the shell stitch? I got it upside down. And then in between each month, I'm going to do black. Hey, Cindy. Nice to see ya. So I'm going to go ahead and I haven't decided on the next stitch. I might do a Harlequin stitch in 2 colors because I saw what Gypsy Rose did one with a set in a Harlequin stitch in black and white, and I thought it was pretty. But I think I'm going to use beige and white because I think that this month's calendar has got some sand and water and clouds, and we'll see. I might change my mind. I'm also going to start doing, I'm going to do a state, she's doing a state square, 5-inch square. People can make a square representing their state. So I'm working on that too. And let's see, what else do I got working on? Works in progress. I'm started my project for my tea Tea Cozy Swap, I didn't get very far. I usually, when I do stuff in the round, I do 2 circulars. You can't really tell what it is right now, but it will be knit in the round. It's going to be using some color work. So I'm going to step out of my little box. Hi, Christy. I'm going to step out of my box a little bit, and so I'm doing color work, which I don't normally do much of. And I was reading further on the pattern, and it also uses steeking. I don't know if you guys are familiar with it, but when it's used a lot in Scandinavian and color work, where they'll put an extra little piece on either side where they want to cut it to kind of stabilize it, almost like a buttonhole. Some people will actually stitch with the sewing machine to stabilize it, and then they cut it. So that a lot of the color work, they'll make the sweater in the round, and then they'll steek for the either for the sleeves or for the cardigan button placket. So I've never done it, so it should be interesting. But one of my goals was to kind of step out of my box this year, so we shall see. So anyways, I haven't gotten very far on that. Other projects I'm working on, I'm not trying to start any new projects until I at least finish one, finished object. Better it'd be if it would be 2 finished objects, but I'm still working on my sock head hat, and that's this one. I've still probably got about 4 or 5 inches before I do the decreases, but this is an easy pattern. I think it's free on Ravelry. It's called the sock head. This is the second one I've made. I want to get another crochet project cast on, because I try to have at least 1 or 2 crochet projects on. So for my next crochet project, I'm going to start working on Kristen Omdahl's Shangri-La bag. I know several people from Kristen's group have already made theirs. I'm kind of late for the party, but I've shown that before, but I haven't actually started it. But it's really lovely. It's this project here. KB, did you do one of them? I know several of the other girls from her group did it, and I'm doing it in the purple and gray. This is some of her baby, Kristen's Be So Baby. It's what is it? 100% milk fiber, which I have no idea what that is, but it's very soft, and I'm sure it's natural. It's light DK, and I think I'm using a G hook. It's a US 5 to US 8, so I think it's E to H. So I'm using a E 3.5 millimeter. So we'll see. I don't care what the gauge is, because that's just for me anyways. If it turns out too big, I have a tendency to knit and crochet loose, so it might sometimes with my crochet I will drop a needle size. I usually do all my socks on a size 1. If I'm making it for guys, I'll do it on a 2, but generally I keep it there, because I like my I don't like my socks to be really tight, because I have swollen ankles. So what else am I working on? Oh, I haven't worked on this in a while, but this is my granny stripes. I haven't gotten very far, but because I've been finishing some fingering weight projects, I got more yarn to use. So this is my granny stripes. I'm making it queen size, and my goal is to eventually use it as a present for my stepson. So you use the same size as I do too, Karen, on your socks. Yeah, usually I don't make my socks really tall either. I don't make them shorty, but I'll make them like halfway up the calf, maybe 4 inches or 5 inches up. I don't like anything tight on my calf, so so that's fun. So what are you guys all doing? Did any of you guys watch the football game yesterday? I like football, but I don't like the Patriots. I was rooting for the Rams, but I didn't have much hope for them winning. So I spent most of the game just knitting. Yeah, it was really sad. It was very boring too. And the commercials were, yeah. not so great. A couple of them were cute. The Amazon one was funny. And I liked the little film that oh, what's his name? The retired football player Peyton Manning did. Yeah, and the music, the halftime show wasn't great either. Even though I do like Adam Levine and Maroon 5, I thought it was pretty boring. I would, I like last year's with Justin Timberlake much better. Yeah, oh yeah, that was a good one too. I missed the old ones with the eat trays with the baby talking, and they didn't have any Dorito contest ones this year like they've done in the past. So my hair's driving me nuts. Sorry, um, which is too bad. I'm but oh well, another year's gone by. Oh, one thing I decided I'm gonna do with my sweater. This is my sleeve that I'm working on. It's been so long since I did it. I think I'm gonna go ahead and pull it out and start it again because it's been over a year, and I might do both of the sleeves at the same time, although it's pretty wide. I might not. I don't know. Anyhow, I don't have any problems frogging things if I can figure it out. But I do want to get it done now that we're in the throes of winter in Florida. Big deal. It's in the 70s right now. It was in the 40s last week. How are you guys? Have your weather? Oh, you're doing a butterfly fillet? That's pretty. I'll have to check it out, Cindy. That's a pretty pattern. Um, yeah, so my family up in Minnesota, they finally got a little bit warmer weather. It's been in the 40s. Last week was awful, and I know my friends in Chicago also were hit with some yucky weather. So, and KB, has it warmed up where you're at? Yeah, it's, ugh. I don't miss the snow. I have to go look at it because I want one of the girls from Crafty Floridian is looking for donations of hats for a school of kids from um, I think it's North Carolina that got hit by the storms last year. So she's looking for hats for like kindergarten through fifth graders, I think. So I might do Marley's hat for that. Ooh, yuck! That Amber, that sounds awful. Yuck. Oh my. Yeah, North Dakota even got a little bit warmer. I think it got up into the 20s, which is a heat wave for there this time of the year. But on my phone, I have all the different temperatures of all the places I've lived or my family lives, so I can go through and zip through um, different places. And so I've got North Dakota, and I got St. Paul, and I've got Chicago, and Cook Island, and Nova Scotia, and then California and Arizona. Yeah, it's been awful this year. And last year with the flooding and all the storms and the panhandle is still a mess. There's always somebody who needs hats, so what I really need to do is just have some on hand. Same way with baby blankets and lap robes. Um, I really should just start taking some of my scraps and making more. At least this time I got my baby blanket done in time. The shower's this weekend, so. But yeah, weekend was okay. We had really kind of gray, not really drizzly, um, just kind of weather. We went to the park on Saturday morning and hung out a little bit where we go. Mead Garden, which is on one of my vlog for this month. We usually go there every other weekend to hang out with some friends, and that's about it. I didn't even go to the farmer's market yesterday. We kind of just, I putzed around the house. I'm still trying to get rid of stuff. I want to consolidate. Oh yeah, I had a friend that did those sleep rolls, and I've made bags out of it. But that's a really good thing. But yeah, I don't know anybody right off the top of my hand either. I always end up recycling the bags or hanging on to them for kitty doo doo. So I've watched a bunch of new podcasts this weekend, in the last couple of days. So I'll have to post the names of them. I can't think of all the names right now, other than Craft Deep Floridian and My Pug Life. The Saturday night, there's a group like Stitch to My Lou. Melanie from Stitch to My Lou hosts a group chat, and it's on Zoom. If you go to Melanie Stitch to My Lou, I think she's got the link on there. It's Saturday night, Eastern time at 7 o'clock, and that was a lot of fun. Oh, that's a good idea to make yarn bowls out of them. Cool. That's a really good idea. I made a market bag out of it. That's really a labor of love. They sure last a long time once you make them, though. Boy, um, one of the girls that I used to work with had one. She made mats for her car out of it too. Oh, cool! I'll have to check that out, Amber. Neat idea. And there's so many different colors of bags too, so you can get really stylish with them. You don't just have to necessarily go with a straight white one or one color. So that's good. Yeah. Oh, I don't know what else I was going to work on today. Cool. What else was I going to tell you? I'm getting close to 100 subscribers, so I will have a giveaway, but what I will do is I will just announce 100 subscribers and do a video about it, but I'm not going to announce there's a giveaway, but I'll explain in there. And I'm working on some bags for the giveaway, and also for the Tea Cozy swap, or not swap, knit along. So those will be prizes for that. I finally got some tools to make stitch markers, so I will start doing those too. I'm not going to try and sell those though. I'm just going to stick them on my project bags and stuff. But so that's what's been going on with me. I still haven't found a job. I have an interview tomorrow for another place, and I'm still plugging away. I should be hearing about one this week. I gotta get working. I gotta get some income coming in. It's tough. We're not making it on one income. Sure, but I'm pretty positive that'll be okay. What else? I'm almost done with all my annual doctor's appointments. Thank goodness. I think I have one left, and then I go to see my rheumatologist Wednesday. He's the one who tracks my lupus, but I'm not too worried about that. You guys have any announcements you want to talk about, like any swaps coming up, or contests, or new patterns being released? Anything like that? KB's did a couple of sock knitting tutorials, and also a crochet sock tutorial, so that was fun. Oh yeah, with 4 kids, I can't imagine. That's a job in itself. Oh yeah, I never had kids. I have a stepson. My boyfriend's son is my stepson, but he's an adult. He's 19, and when I started dating Cy, he was 8 or 9. So, oh, cool. I'll have to watch that. Yeah, I heard. Oh, Amber, I heard about your granny panties. I want to check them out. I heard it was a lot of fun. Your mom's reaction. Cool. Somebody was talking about that today, and they said it was cracking them up. I'm not doing coffee or tea today. I'm drinking my caffeine-free Diet Coke. Oh, cool. Favorite musical knit along, crochet along. Awesome. Oh, cool. I'll have to check that out. You guys ever, I think this is off of Tea Turtle. I have a bunch of these shirts, knitting related ones. I love them. Gypsy! How are you? Yeah, we were talking about Amber, I think she made didn't you make granny panty things? Yeah, this is off of Tea Turtle. Oh, cool. I've been watching everybody's Llama Mama swap stuff. It's neat. Neat, neat, neat. Oh, good, Gypsy. I got to see you twice this week. Yay! How are the kids? Granny boulder holder. Oh, that's funny. My, our local fiber community, when they have the distaff day, we have a booby prize that it's a crocheted bikini that, we do like a Yankee swap, or whatever you call it, China swap, where you get around a circle and you exchange the bags. So somebody always has the booby prize every year, and it gets passed around. So that's funny. Oh gosh, that's a trip. Yeah, I gotta redecorate too. I'm working on some. I want to make heart related stuff, decorations. She's in kindergarten? Oh my goodness. Now, how old are they when they start kindergarten there? Is that like 4 or 3? Because I know they're like, here we have pre-K where the kids start at 3 or 4, and then they actually start kindergarten when they're 5. Oh, that's exciting. Kids in school. That comment you made about her, that was so funny. Hey, Melissa, good to see you. Oh, fun. Oh, wow. It's been so long since I was in kindergarten. I'm sure they don't make them lay on a mat and take naps like they used to. But, and some of the kindergartens here go all day. Oh, you see my Rabbi Yoda? He's my sidekick. That's fun. Yeah, I'm surprised Susie isn't here. She's usually here too. I've been enjoying the all the different live podcasts too. So I wish I could catch more of them actual live. I know Melissa, I miss yours on Friday night because I'm usually at synagogue. Um, I did Saturday night is I don't usually do a whole heck of a lot, so I'm able to catch the Zoom conversation, but and I've been missing Kristen's one in the morning. I'm so behind on those. I've been getting her layers patterns. Um, I should grab those. I'm still trying to decide which one I want to. I want to do some shrugs, but I want to find something in that'll kind of a light. Oops, I'm losing you again. Light, loosely. Ugh, I need a new tripod. This one is getting really wonky. I want to do something shrugs in a lighter weight fabric. There you go, Susie. Hello. We're just talking about everybody's podcasts, and Gypsy's here from Australia for the first time. I think in Australia it's probably about 1 o'clock p.m. on Tuesday. So I'm glad she could join us. And we have a couple other new people, Amber, who's ooh-ah, and Jaja. So, ugh. Yay! Susie's my bestie from Minnesota. She's my fellow, we used to get into a lot of trouble going to yarn shops and quilt shops in the day. That's right. So, yay! So I'm glad everybody's here. Oh, yeah. I know Carla tries to go to the Saturday night ones, or Mary, she has a hard time with it. That's right, Amber, you're in Minnesota too, aren't you, in Jordan? I remember seeing somebody driving in the snow. Oh, South Dakota, okay. Yeah, I love the Doctor Who stuff. It's so funny because I was into Doctor Who when I was younger. When what's his name? Tom. I can never remember his name. My brain is so bad today. Anyways, back in the '80s, and then I kind of lost interest in him, and then now I'm trying to catch up. Tom Baker, that's right. And he's an old fart now, so. Oh my gosh, I was watching some other show on PBS and he was an old man on there. I'm like, no, he doesn't even have the Harpo hair anymore. So, yeah, cool. What part of South Dakota are you in, Amber? I used to live in North Dakota. It's so cold. Yeah, I wish. Oh gosh, you guys, we had a big fire at one of the rescue places here. It's a animal rehabilitation center for wild animals, and it burnt big time. But the guy in the house was saved because a peacock warned him. But I think there was like 350 animals, and I think they only lost 30 of them, which is lucky. But the house that the guy was living in was burnt down. Ooh, 80. That sounds nice. Melissa. Oh, wow. Oh, peacocks are very loud. We have them in our neighborhood, and they're very destructive. But my city that I live in decided to, because the peacocks are such a part of the heritage here, they decided to make it a bird sanctuary for them, the whole city. So, yeah, they're very destructive, but we can't do anything about them, and they're mean. So I don't have any that come in our area, our neighborhood too much, but you can sure hear them sometimes. Oh, North Dakota! Oh wow, that's funny. Yeah, they just run wild here. Yep, they There's a lot of areas here in Florida that have peacocks. I don't know why. I don't, and some people keep them as pets, but I think sometimes they were, back in the plantation days, they were considered really the thing. So, yeah, we get not too many turkeys. We get chickens, wild boars, the peacocks, and of course we have coyotes and bears and the occasional snake and okay, alligators. I don't see a lot of alligators where I live. Even um, once in a while that you'll hear about them, but we do have a lot of lakes here, and you can automatically assume that there's a gator in them. But yeah, I've never seen them in the wild. If I have, I see them on the other side of the fence from where I'm walking or whatever. So I don't ever worry about them. I worry more about snakes than I do about the alligators. Amber, was nice to see you. Thanks for coming on, and have a good day, and keep on crocheting. So yeah, so very cool. um, well, I'm glad some people are getting warmer weather. um, KB, how's the chickens doing? Are they doing well? I love your stories about them and the pictures, and when you post pictures about them, they're so fun. Some people here keep chickens too. I think in my town you're allowed to keep up to 3 or 4, but you can't have any roosters. So, if you can have peacocks, you might as well have roosters because they make about the same amount of noise. But I don't know. It's fun. I have a hard enough time keeping up with my cats, let alone other animals. They're fun. Um, Susie, what are you working on? Oh, oh, that's too bad. I wonder, do they get like colds and stuff like other birds, or other birds? Yeah, I don't know how they. Most of the people I know that have chickens don't have roosters. Oh, the laying mash, that's like a feed, isn't it? Aren't chickens don't yeah I was to say they don't need both sexes to have eggs. It's interesting though. And then the whole processing thing and not being able to put two different sets of groups together. And we have a lot of free range chickens. A couple of towns here have them running wild all over the place. When I first moved down here, I had never seen anything like that. Oh, you're working on the cozy? Good. And you're still working on a t-shirt, Afghan? Cool. You'll have to post some pictures on there, on your Facebook page or on your Ravelry so I can see them. And I see that Gypsy started working on getting her Ravelry posting. That's good. I have to go back and continue to post some of my old pictures because when I cleaned up my Flickr, I lost a lot of my pictures. So thankfully, I have a lot of them on my computer or on my Facebook page, so I can replace them. If I can't, I can't. You know, I've been on Ravelry 12 years, so it's a lot of stuff. But I'm trying to remember to stick the pictures on my computer instead, and then download them. But I have my photo bucket too. I suppose I could start sticking some of them on there too. But oh, I can't keep up with all these things with the computers. Hmm. Yeah, I love Ravelry. I find so many of my patterns on there, and I like. One thing I don't do is put my yarn stash on there. I probably should, but a lot of my yarn I've had for a really long time, or it's indie dyed. So, but I do like it because I like to be able to see what I've done in the past and keep track of where I'm at. I have so many work in progresses on there that are really old. Um, that's why I'm trying to start finish my two when working in progress before I start a new project because I need to get a handle on some of these UFOs that have been sent around. Oh, I know. I don't do Pinterest much. I love looking on Instagram. I'm really bad about posting stuff on there, but I have a lot of people I follow on there. Um, there's a knitting designer out of Minnesota called Stephen B, and he's such a character. He was at Vogue Knitting Live last week, and he ended up on one of Christy Glass Knits podcasts about it, and he's such a hoot. Susie knows him too. Yeah, it's amazing how you got different parts of the world where they have totally different yarns too. Oh yeah, Ellie and KB has done a tutorial on the Ravelry a little bit too. But I wish we had a really good yarn shop closer to home. I went to one out in Norman Beach a couple weeks ago, and that's where I got my baby yarn. I don't buy. I'm really trying to keep my budget on yarn now to nothing. I mean, I'm trying to just do stash yarns. I certainly have enough. Um, so, oh, cool. Yeah, KB's tutorials are great. She's good at explaining things so that you can understand them. Yeah, some people's stashes are incredible. Um, there's, oh my goodness, that's like Krista from the Secret Yarnery. I love looking at her walls of yarn and oh my goodness. And was it Creative Granny? She's got going. I gotta. I have so many blogs I've been following that I'm getting confused. Oh wow. Yeah, I don't really, considering how much yarn I have, I don't have um as much as I thought. Of course, I buy a lot of sock yarn, so that's just like see, yeah, the Secret Yarnery. You'll have to check her out, Susie. Follow her on YouTube. She's amazing. She's out of Kenya. Hey Nadine, welcome. Nice to see you. I'm glad you could join us live. We're just kind of chatting about yarn stash and Ravelry and tutorials and stuff. I'm kind of just hanging out today. I should be working on something while I'm talking, but I've done so much stitching the last couple of days with the football and trying to get some projects done. Oh my! I just noticed my painting is crooked. Oh, I don't care. I have to redo some of my artwork in here anyways. I just kind of slap stuff up. My boyfriend and I have been going to paint nights at different places, and we do the same painting at the same time. So I have 2 copies of a lot of them. So oh well, it's fun. We enjoy it, and I'll get up my. I have some Valentine. I want to make a heart-shaped dream catcher. I found one. Yeah, isn't that amazing how you can see how far you come along on there? I just love it. It's my my favorite place to. I love it when they post people's, they show off people's work, the different eye candy and stuff. That's a lot of fun. And used to be that this thing over here was it had all my sock yarn in it. Well, I've outgrown that. I got rid of all my lace weight that was in there, but now I've got I do have some sock yarn in there, but I have a lot of yarn butts in there, and then I have another container full of a tote bag about this big full of sock yarn. I've got a lot of bags with UFOs in it. So, but I guess, oh gosh, I know I've got stuff stuck away they don't even remember. My living room has got a cubby full of stuff, and I don't even know what's in there. I haven't even looked in there in a while. If I ever move, it's going to be a nightmare. When we moved in here 8 years ago, I moved in from a 500 square foot 1-bedroom apartment. Now I'm in a 3-bedroom 1,100 square foot apartment, and there's only 2 of us living here all the time. My stepson has his own room, but he's only here like 2 nights a week. So I have lots of room to stash stuff. So oy vey, it's crazy. What do you guys have any different ways of organizing things, or different goals about keeping your yarn organized? Or isn't it amazing how fast it grows? Yeah, like the dream catcher. Where did I guess I googled it on or I searched on Ravelry for hearts, and they had one, or maybe that was one I found on Pinterest. But basically, it's just a crocheted heart, almost like a granny square, and then you just make a stream and put beads on it. Well, I decided I'm gonna recycle. I have a lot of old necklaces that have come unstringed. Yeah, stash and organization. When I see like Terry from Yarn Joy, and some of the other people when they post on how they organize their stuff, and Crystal from Bag a Day, she's got a good yarn organization. But I just try to put all my sock yarn or fingering weight together, and then all my worsted weight together. Yeah, that's my goal this year. Yeah, I don't like to leave my yarn out of bags or out of containers that don't have covers on them, because I've had problems with moths, and they got at some of my drawer that had all my hand knit socks in one year, so I have holes in some of my socks. So I'm really paranoid about moths. You'd think I'd be hating on the other bugs we have here, like the cockroaches and stuff, but the moths and the ants are my arch enemies. Yeah, I like the Ziploc bags and the open containers too, because I can see them. But I've got a lot of stuff stored in different tote bags too, because I'll pull stuff together for a project and stick it in there and never start it, and then I forget about it. So then I don't know what I have. I know I've got a bunch of stuff like that in my front room from probably back in like 2004, 2005 that I have no idea what it is. So I need to go through that. Yeah, my stuff disappears. It's crazy. I I've got a lot of baskets too that have a lot of stuff in. I finally went through all my magazines and got rid of most of them. I kept a few. I like the historical magazines, like the Jane Austen knits and crafting traditions and stuff like that. And I have my holiday ones I like to keep. But otherwise, I gave all the rest of them to the library. Um, and I think next thing I'm gonna do is start going through my books, because oh yeah, it's crazy how, and it's so funny how fast people that don't do crafts don't understand that this is the norm. They think we're crazy. How can you work on one, not, how come you don't finish one project at a time? And there's some people that are monogamous, but I get bored. I have a very short attention span, so unless it's something that I need a deadline up, like a present, or if I was doing like a test knit or samples or something like that, then yeah, I'm really good about doing it. Now, family sometimes get their stuff late, but they know they'll eventually get it. Yeah, no, yeah, organizing. I at least I can actually walk into my sewing room. You should have seen this room 6 months ago. Forget it. It was just a storeroom, and it's still pretty bad. You can only see from um, waist high in here. It's really bad. Oh, that's good. Yeah, I have anxiety looking at the. I suffer from anxiety too, and I'll have to say, seeing all the stacks of stuff makes me very anxious, and that's why I'm trying to organize things. But out of sight is out of mind is kind of. Oh wow. Yeah, I do that a lot, Susie. I will. I'll have, my boyfriend thinks it's crazy that I'll have. I have right now. I think I have 4 or 5 active projects going on. Like I always like to have one pair of socks, at least one shawl, and one crocheting project going. I've got, oh my gosh, I've got, now KB finished this one a long time ago. I think you were the tester, weren't you, on the Warwick shawl? So I got all but the last section done, and I started the lace part, and I messed up, so I have to redo it again. This is how it's been sitting for the last 6 months. So yeah. Yeah, I like oh, I bet the portrait one would be neat. Somebody was saying that they, oh, Seta, her story about the portrait thing, she was going to start with Spock and Kirk, and then the lady decided to discontinue the patterns. I'm like, oh, I hope she was able to find somebody that has a copy of the pattern, because that would be neat. I couldn't do it. Oh, yeah, and Susie does Tunisian, and I want to start doing it again. I want to get some of those Tunisian hooks that are long, with the extra cable on them. Because when I used to do Tunisian crochet back in the 70s, oh my God, I'm old. I used to do in strips and then sew them together. So I would like to do something else. And I want to do more of the tapestry crochet too, which reminds me of Bargello, which we used to do on plastic canvas. Oh, good. Thank God. Yeah, that was Casella in her, her Star Trek. I've got some more of my Star Trek fabric. I am gonna make another project bag out of it. What did I do with it? it'll go on my shop when I get it organized. But I'm also gonna make some. This is the fabric I'm talking about, and then I want to make some different things. Oh, that's good. This one. This is a bag I made, and I've still got enough fabric to make a smaller project bag and some notions bags, so I'll get those made up. Isn't that great? I love Spock. He's so cool. So, yeah, I like the first version of Star Trek. So, so that'll be fun. I should do Debbie's locale. Um, I'm doing Setta's. Thank you. Yeah, that was one of the bags from Kristen's 80 handmade gifts. That was the third one I've made. I made my two Frida Kahlo ones. Um, I gotta show you this fabric I got. I got fat quarters from my local sewing studio. Look at this. Isn't that awesome? I'm gonna make some project bags out of that for the tea cozy knit or sewing along. And then I found, I might as well show you. I've got a bunch of stuff to make different project bags cut out. And then for my for my anniversary, KB's gonna want this because she collects unicorns. So you got to make sure you get into it. I think I'm gonna have more. I'm gonna have more of these in the shop, but they're the unicorns, and I've got lots of pink and purple fabric to go with it. So that'll be a lot of fun. Oh, good, Nadine. I'm working on mine too. I want to do one for Florida. So I love her map videos too. Susie, you should check out Setta's Place. She's a hoot. I'm gonna start making lists of the some of the more of the podcasts again, and also I know some people have done lists of the swaps, so I try to because I know Jada's got her annual calendar one. So, but I'm so hard behind. It's hard. I know. I can't keep up. I'm keeping up with Seta. That's it. I can't do any big cals right now. I would like to do the sock knitting ones where you do 12 socks in the year, but I just can't commit myself to do that many. I think this year I did 4 pairs. I want to say 4 pairs, and I kept 2 pairs, and then I guess and then I gave 2 pairs away. So I would like to do socks all the time. It's still my favorite thing. But here in Florida, there's not always so many days you can wear them. Yeah, I've got to, I'm doing yours, Melissa. That, I can't. The, uncal, cal, that's easy. So, I've been trying when I finish my stuff to post them on your Facebook page. And yeah, I need to get I finally posted the threads on the Ravelry page where you can, if you want to do the tea cozy knit along or make along, I'm calling it, because it can be anything. You can even be quilting if you want to do quilting. And then I'm thinking about maybe once I hit closer to late spring, I still want to do a tutorial on how to do the freeform crochet purses, but I might do a what do you call it? A birdhouse along. And with the birdhouse, you can either do it a crochet or knit, I think knitting's easier, but you felt it, and then you needle felt the different parts of onto the birdhouse. If you look in my Ravelry page, I did one couple 3 years ago, but it's a lot of fun, and it's a good way to use up some of my 100% wool fat yarns and stuff. But I want to do a couple of things. I mean, there's so many good tutorials already out there. I don't want to. Oh, that's a good idea. Jar cozy would be good too. Oh, bummer. Yeah, absolutely, Melissa. Um, Jar cozies are fun. Sarah Sachs has a lot of really cute jar cozies on her podcast. Usually for every holiday, she has one. I did her the ones for Hanukkah. I'd like to do one for Halloween too. Yeah, I've got, I don't know, I think I've got a really cute knit pattern on that I found on Ravelry for this size. This is a really small teapot. I think it's only got, oh, yeah, don't worry about the deadline because I might extend it to, I'm pretty fast and loose about stuff like that. This is, I think this is a 6-ounce cup or maybe a 2-cup. And I use this, actually I use it to pour water into my ironing, so my iron. And I also I found in my stuff, I found some baby hats, and I don't know if they're too small for preemies, because, but I'd like to start doing, this almost looks like it'd be a doll hat. I don't know. It seems pretty small to me. I should try it on my, I should try it on one of my 18-inch dolls. Okay, Melissa, have a good night. And then I got this one. I know this one's baby size, but I made these years ago. Yeah, I should probably cut this off too because my boyfriend's getting ready to go to work, and I'd like to catch him before he takes off. I'm so glad you guys were able to join me. Spread the word, like and share, and check out some of the other groups out there. There's so much out there. So have a good night, Melissa. Melissa has her live podcast on Friday nights, I believe, at 6. I'll try and post it. Anyhow, you guys all have a great night, and have a very hook it and knit it and stitch it night, and I will see you soon. I'm going to try and do this every Monday at 7:15, between 7:15 and 7:30. It's hard for me to get on at 7. But anyways, thanks a lot, you guys, and we'll see you soon.